Hello, I'm Faith, your family health coach. Thank you for joining me today. This series that we're doing is the brain health. Um, we're looking at brain health series. This has been done in conjunction with the Matthew Brain Health Corner, where Matthew is looking at the children's perspective and giving the information in a child-friendly manner. And this is the video that is giving the parent information. The videos for Matthew's Brain Health Corner, find it in the link below. Encourage your children to watch, and then I'm hoping that after you've also watched the adult version, the parents version, it'll spark great interaction and conversations between you and your children, and it will also lead to maybe some lifestyle changes that will be of benefit not only to your child but also of benefit to yourself. So thank you for joining me. This is a video 4, and this video 4 actually correlates with Matthew's video 4 and 5, because Matthew is talking about the same part of the brain, which is the cerebellum, and that is what we're going to be talking about today. So Matthew's video 4 and 5. So in video 4, he goes into detail about the cerebellum, and then in video 5 he goes into detail about the cerebellum also, but talking about it from the perspective of how a particular sportsman has probably has developed his career, and how he definitely has exercised and looked at the brain health for his cerebellum, and therefore using that part, the cerebellum, in his career. If you are a football fan, it'll be great for you to watch that. There's some very interesting detail in there. So feel free to watch it too as an adult, video 5. But basically today is about the cerebellum. So we've talked about the brain being the boss of the body, and we've talked about in video 3 we talked about the frontal lobe being the boss of the brain. So today we're looking at the cerebellum, which is found right at the back here. So this is the front, and this is the back, and the cerebellum is found here. And if you look at it, it's this section here which looks like a little brain on its own. And actually, why it's called the cerebellum, it's actually Latin for little brain. So this area, the cerebellum, is our focus for today. But basically, why are we looking at brain health? Well, brain health, in a healthy brain, supports good choices and decision making, and good choices and decision making leads to a good life, happy life. So that is what we're looking at today. So the cerebellum, why is the cerebellum so the cerebellum is 1/10 of the size of the brain. It's found right here at the back. And the other thing is the fact that there is 50% of the neurons, the total neurons in the brain, 50% of them are found in this little area. If you look at the shape is that it looks like a little brain on its own. That's why in Latin it means little brain. So 50% of the neurons. What are neurons? We spoke about it last time, in that neurons are the building blocks of a person. It's sorry, not that way. So neurons. What is the importance of the cerebellum? The cerebellum is important for balance, speed, and thought coordination. So we remember that all that we do starts off from the brain, and whether it starts off as a thought, and then the thought then informs our muscles, sends instructions to our muscles to carry out the function, and then we get feedback to the from the muscles back to the body, feedback from the eyes, feedback from our ears, maybe with the equilibrium and so on, and all that is then fed back to the brain, and the brain analyzes that information, sends back again more instructions to be able to continue carrying out the process that you want to carry out. So it has been found that one of the sports that is that will really help your cerebellum is table tennis. It says that studies have found that just 10 minutes of playing table tennis actually increases activity in the cerebellum and the prefrontal cortex. It's the combination of needing to put strategy, quick thinking, what's my strategy, the focus and coordination and reflexes, quick reflexes that I needed. It's actually called one of the best brain sports by neuroscientists. Now, there's lots of simple exercises that your child can do that can help develop their cerebellum. For example, standing on one leg with the eyes closed. And if you try it too, even as an adult, some of the these activities can even be of benefit for yourself as an adult to further develop your cerebellum. You can stand on one leg with your eyes closed. If you give it a try, you might find that you actually find it quite difficult to keep balance for long. Now, keep challenging yourself and maybe count how long it is before you lose balance and see if you can progress that and improve on that time. And actually make it into a game between yourself and your child where you can see who loses balance first, but who keeps balance for longer. So the other thing you can do, that your child can do and you can do too, is to flip your hands face up and face down quickly for a long period of time and see how long you can do that. You get caught out after a little while, but keep training your body and see how long you can keep that on for. And again, make it a game between you and your child. You can also throw a ball, progressively making it harder and varying it. So not just throwing it to them directly, making them stretch out of their base of support, maybe differ the speed of the ball, put some spin in the ball, the intensity. You can do many things to challenge the cerebellum and further develop it. You can also challenge your child to improve their balance and timing, as they are. You can even put them on a balance beam and see if they can walk at the straight line, and see what their balance and timing is like. So before I move on to automatic negative thoughts, I'm going to talk about the key takeaways for the cerebellum. So the cerebellum is called the little brain. It helps us in coordination, so coordinated movement, balance and posture. Though it is small in size, it contains half of the brain's neurons, and it's vital for coordination, processing speed, and even thought organization. Last time we talked about development of the brain. So we talked about it starts at the back coming to the front, and obviously the cerebellum is right at the back. So this is actually an important area for early development. The cerebellum grows rapidly in early childhood, and activities like crawling, climbing, and interactive play are crucial for the healthy brain wiring. So really encourage daily movement, whether it is in the playground, sports, dance, support fine motor skills, such as arts and craft, puzzles. Also try and balance screen time with physical activity and social play, because when your child is mainly looking at the screen, you're actually not allowing them the chance in their early childhood to really develop that cerebellum. You'll find that children go out of their way to really challenge their cerebellum. They love the swings, they love the roundabout. They love doing activities that really challenge their balance and coordination, and all that is really looking at the cerebellum development. Um, so it really encourage that, and that's not only in early childhood. Encourage it even as your child develops, and even in yourselves as an adult. Um, we also know that the cerebellum, oh, as for yourself as an adult, this has just come to my mind. Why would the cerebellum, developing your cerebellum, be important for you? Posture and coordination. As you get older, you don't want to be losing your coordination and your and be developing poor postures. So developing your cerebellum actually will keep you mobile for longer, even as you get more older, and also decrease the number of falls. And we know very well that falls is one thing that really can cause immobility in older adults. So even for yourself as a parent, challenge and develop your cerebellum even the more. Now, I've got my notes here that I've explained that I'll look at just to stay on track on what is relevant for video 4 and 5. So, physical activity isn't just about fitness. There's strong interplay of cognitive and motor functions. So when kids run, play, or practice fine motor skills like drawing or playing on an instrument, the cerebellum strengthens neural pathways that support focus, memory, and problem solving. Now, the next thing we want to go on is the automatic negative thought. The automatic negative thought that Matthew discussed in video 4 was, I'm really bad at this game. So sometimes when your child starts something new, they can be discouraged really early on by thinking, oh, why haven't I gotten good at this? And sometimes they don't understand the importance of actually just putting in the work and just keeping on practicing something over and over again. So when they feel that way, I'm really bad at this, or I'm awful, they might look at another child who has been practicing it and somehow has been doing that game perhaps, and then they think, oh, I'm awful, and don't want to put in the work, or feel discouraged to put in the work. Remember to challenge them. Right, if you were to practice and put in the work, would that be 100% true? And then encourage them to look at Philippians 4 verse 13, which says, I can do all this through him who gives me strength. So give them an encouragement to know that God is with them, and they can do all things. They can even do hard things. You know, they can put in the work and practice, and they have God on their side, and therefore they can do these things. So always help your child to challenge the automatic negative thoughts. And we talked about them before. We shortened them as ants. And the major big anteater is the truth, which is the Bible, and use the Bible to help your child to see things how they're supposed to see them, the true way that they're supposed to see them. So thank you very much for joining me. This has been a short discussion about the cerebellum, and go and enjoy some of the activities that we've highlighted. Those can be things that you can do together, even as a family game. So that would be great if you can do that. And anything that you get, you start doing together as a family, or anything that you want to feedback, there's the email in the link below. Email us and let us know how things are going. That would be really great to hear from you. And as I've said before, my name is Faith. I'm a family health coach, and this series is looking at how to help your child's brain health. And as you're helping your child's brain health, you're also going to be helping your own brain health by applying some of this information. Thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.